Crystal sound. Okay. All right. I think we're live. Yes. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gagan Sarkaria. I am your host for today. We are here together, not on a Friday, but on a Tuesday morning, May 6, 2025, with another session of Inspired Insights with my consultants and business partners here with William Chua from Singapore. How are you, William? Good evening.
Good evening, my time. Good morning, Gagan, and good afternoon, Ahmad.
How are you, Armin? Good afternoon to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. Happy to see you guys again.
Good. Yes, we just met over the weekend to talk about the energies. I think this is another important session that we wanted to host and bring in the forecast as we kickstart another month in this amazing year of changes after changes after changes. And we want to talk about the energy forecast of what is happening in the world right now in the month of May 2025. So with further ado, let me kickstart. My name is Gagan Sarkaria. I am a high achievement business coach, certified Chinese metaphysics practitioner based out of Texas, United States. And I'm also the owner of Gagan Sarkaria International Consulting Group. And with my team of consultants here, with William Chua and Armin Satyagyan, we assist determined entrepreneurs and organizations achieve remarkable results. And we not only talk about individual success, we not only talk about a small group success, we talk about large businesses and organization success as well. And as we go into this shift of period 9 that started last year in 2024, and it is still kind of going in, we're still settling into that drastic change that leads the energy for 20 years. We are now in May 2025, and today my session is going to be about the monthly forecast for the month using QiMen Dun Jia as the modality. And as I go forward, in order for you to catch up and stay in the midst of what I'm sharing today, and for those of you who will be watching this live later on, you will need your personal natal QiMen Dun Jia destiny chart. It is a fixed chart that stays the same throughout your life. So you need to go grab that. If you don't have access to it, here is a QR code. You can go and scan this QR code and then plot your personal destiny chart for QiMen Dun Jia. Now in QiMen, we can plot 6 charts. We have an annual chart, which is the year chart. We have a month chart. We have a day chart. We have an hour chart. We have a destiny chart. We have a Feng Shui chart. So this is what we're going to talk about. You will need your personal destiny chart. Now, right here on the screen, you are looking at the May 2025 QiMen month chart. And I'm going to use this chart to go over the forecast today using QiMen. And if you look at, it's a yin structure, meaning that we have tiger and tortoise as the QiMen deities visible on this chart. So we will not have hook and phoenix. So for those of you who have destiny, guardian of destiny as hook and phoenix, hang in tight, but you can always use the tiger and tortoise in here. So remember the formula that I've shared in some of my QiMen sessions, the formula called 8, 9, and 10, easier to remember that there are 8 doors in the chart. There are 9 stars, and then there are 10 deities in QiMen. So we will review these 8 boxes. And if you are not familiar with the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac, this is the month of the snake, which is going to be in the southeast sector energy. So I'm going to kickstart the session with southeast sector first. But before that, I also want to give you a little summary. So May 2025 is the Grand Duke month. And it is the Grand Duke because 2025 is the year of the snake. Excuse me. And this is the month of the snake, so it is marked by heightened instability and unexpected changes. And it also has the configuration of Feng Yin. So it's a rare QiMen configuration that signals the volatile environment where plans can quickly unravel and people may act unpredictably. So, something may appear something and it might come up to be something else. So success will depend upon your flexibility and readiness and your ability to adapt and pivot rather than rigid planning. So if you are going to be strict in your plans, I always say preparation beats planning. So if you are prepared to make certain shifts and pivot in your plans, because let's say if you were going straight and you suddenly have to make a right or a left turn, because that's where the energy is flowing, if you are prepared to turn and be flexible, you can create results in this chaotic and volatile month as well. So the key points will be that May 2025 is the snake month of the snake year called the Grand Duke month, which is intensified with unstable energies. So please make sure that you understand and see the big picture. Stay till the end of this session and take notes so that you can actually understand how you can maneuver through these unstable energies. Now, QiMen in this month chart shows a double Feng Yin, meaning that the sudden shifts are there. We've got the stems, the heavenly stems, and the stars in Feng Yin position. And what does Feng Yin mean? If you look at the southeast, the sector southeast and the opposite, diagonal opposite, the northwest, the stems are same. So you've got G Earth and Sin Metal right here. You've got Sin Metal on the top and G Earth. So they flip. And if you look at the Feng Yin of the heavenly stars, they are in opposite directions, meaning the heavenly heart star should have been in northwest, but this month it flipped and went to its opposite diagonal direction, or it went from south to north or northeast to, so that's the flipping of the stars and the heavenly stems called the Feng Yin. So let's move on, and I'm going to give you a detailed analysis, like a big picture today, so that if your destiny palace is in southeast, now why am I starting with southeast and not the north or not the south or the west? Because the snake month, the snake sits in the southeast, okay? So since this is the snake month, I'm going to start with southeast. So what are we looking at? The summary version, the key points you have to remember, and I think the entire chart, if you look at it, the keyword or the focus is leadership. How do you become a better leader? What can you do to lead your teams and your life? And leadership doesn't even mean that you have to lead other people. You can lead yourself too. Sometimes you are in that low energy phase or a low spiral that you have to get out of that. And if you can't find other people to help you, you sometimes have to coach yourself to get out of that rut, right? So for people who have the destiny palace in the southeast sector, based on your chart, your destiny chart, leadership requires making ultimate decisions that protect organizations or your own business or your own families, core aspects, which is the values. Initial motivations, if you took on a project and your initial motivation was something else, now it may change. And you have to reinforce and focus on the foundations. You have to support the new directions that are coming in front of you. So don't be scared, don't run away, and don't shove your responsibility to the side and say, oh no, that's not my place to do it. So you have to look around, and are your projects, are your businesses or your systems failing? Think about it. Take a personal assessment and reflect on the data or your observations and see where things are. You have to step in and take the leadership role. You are responsible for correcting the course and strengthening your organization's base or the foundation for future challenges that are coming, since it is volatile month and a volatile year also. And you can look around in the global arena, how many changes are happening. So what is the summary or the story here? The message is to emphasize importance on strong foundational values, the foundational values. And life door is very strong and a good door with chief as a deity. Excuse me. Sorry. So even if you are self-serving and you are a single entrepreneur or a solopreneur and you don't have a title or a position in a job or an organization of a so-called a manager or a leader, you still can show up and take advantage of the energies. Now, how do you do manifestation or abundance manifestation? If Southeast is your destiny palace, you need to back towards your Southeast and then make a manifestation command. And you're going to use Chief. You're going to work with Chief this month and say, Chief, I command you to supercharge my every move so that I can lead others to greatness. Isn't that an amazing way to tap into Chief's energy and allow Chief to guide you and support you and supercharge you and protect you so that you can actually take care of the heart and the core foundational aspects of your life and business? So make sure you are tapping into Southeast to work with Chief. The next sector that we're going to talk about is South. So if your destiny palace is in the South sector, okay, you're going to work with the 9 heavens to create manifestation commands and work with the energy. So the aspect here is embracing long-term perspective. Initial difficulties are a part of the growth. So you have to have foresight. You have to be in a powerful situation, mind also, not only physical, but you can also you can expect a smooth period ahead if you are adapting and are resilient. Your constantly changing environment is coming, so you have to have strong, sincere relationships to support the uncertain times. So success will depend upon your endurance levels, your adaptability, and inspiring loyalty through actions. So this month's guidance right here for people with South as their destiny palace is influenced by 9 heaven, which encourages a long-term mindset and resilience in the face of challenges. So think of that. Where are your challenges? You cannot run away from them. You have to face them. And the command that you can use with the 9 heavens to manifest your abundance this month is, 9 heaven, I command you to unleash my creative vision and guide me to turn my potential into tangible success. So if you can take care of your command, your manifestation abilities, and then you work with the aspect of foresight, then you will be in a powerful position to have a smooth period coming your way. So moving forward, for the Southwest sector, so we've got 9 Earth here, we've got Delusion Door, we've got Ambassador Star, and we've got Yi and Gui as the stems. So those of you who have their destiny palace in the Southwest sector, you can work with 9 Earth. 9 Earth is all about resourcefulness, about healing, about active participation. So the key points would be to prioritize saving and securing your resources in places where you cannot touch. Why? Because you don't want to have any indulgence or desire to overspend or use your resources in a way that you self-sabotage yourself. So because of the volatile energies, many businesses fail in the crisis situations, not because of funding or not because of lack of finances, but it's the lack of customers or the lack of ability to manage the resources properly. So you have to be making sure that you're spending properly, your budgets are intact, and you are not overindulging in your desires when it comes to, oh, I should do this, I should do that, and then you deplete your resources when you need to hang on to them. So preparation is important here. So capitalize on the upcoming opportunities. And you can only do that if you have the resources, right? So don't empty out your resources. So work with 9 Earth and make the manifestation command with your back towards southwest sector. 9 Earth, I command you to empower my goals with the necessary resources to achieve them. So saving is important. Protecting your resources is important. So this is a warning that don't be reckless in spending with recent gains is important, but hang tight. Planning is important for you guys this month. So moving forward, I've got the West sector. For those of you who have West as their destiny palace, we've got 7-star Black Tortoise deity in there. We have the scenery door. We've got Ren and Wu as the earth, as the heavenly and the earth stems here. We've got Heavenly Star, the destructor here. So how are we going to work with the Black Tortoise? The Black Tortoise influences your thoughts, and it can create illusions also. But it can also give you the power to understand what other people are thinking. Like, what is your audience thinking? What is it that they want? Maybe what is your boss wants? Maybe what is your team wants? So with that power given to you in this month with Black Tortoise, I think true leadership is shown by staying composed when everything else starts to fall. So now remember, it's a volatile month, right? The energies are very drastic. It's shifting. What may appear could be totally different. So there's this illusion happening. So it's all in the mind right now. So if as a leader or as the head of a project or a team or a family or an organization, wherever your focus is, if you can show up as a leader in a calm, composed manner, because there is a lot of chaos, can you be the beacon of hope in a crisis? Think about it. Because everybody's freaking out around you for one reason or the other. Can you be the calm and the beacon of hope? Leadership requires seeing hope and spreading positivity during hopeless situations. So I don't know what your situation is. Maybe it's health related, work related, relationship related, wealth related, investment related. I don't know what your situation is. But if there is chaos around you in this difficult period, you have to be the stronger person. So May is only 1 month. Remember, if things are falling apart and there is this illusion of like lack of everything, then remember, if you can stay still and be hopeful, things will change. Because fear arises from mind running wild. So you have to control your mind. And people fear what they don't understand. So if you can spend some time understanding what you don't understand, maybe you will gain some confidence and clarity. And then true leaders, as you shine with hope and calmness, you will guide others out of this chaos and darkness towards good time. Because you have the power to influence minds. Working with the mind, that is the command and the power that you have. And how do you work with Black Tortoise? You command the Black Tortoise by saying, I command you to grant me sharp perception to see through people and influence them. It's a very amazing, powerful energy and capacity to be in where you can influence other people, but not for wrong reasons, but for the right reasons. So that's where, yes,
Gagan,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Slides on the
Yes.
West. I
Yes.
want to add. Okay, as what Gagan has mentioned, that 7-star tortoise is very influential in the mind. The person during in the sector in this month is quite influential in the sense that influence people's mind. But it's a double-edged sword. Okay, it can be he's very influential to people, but also it can be this person is easily influenced by someone if the mind is not strong. Yeah. So the mind of the person in this month, especially in the West sector with your destiny, you have to be strong in mind in doing whatever thing you want to do. Once your mind is weakened, other influence will come to you rather than you influence people. So that is the thing that you have to be careful for people who have this West sector as a destiny. Yeah.
With black tortoise, yeah, that's a great point. If you're not of strong mind yourself, then you are easily influenced by the environment, by others around you. So that's a great point, because as a leader or not, doesn't matter. If you don't have the strong mind, it's going to be hard for you to move forward and push yourself out of the negative aspect or the chaotic aspect. So good. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on to Northwest. We've got the sky horse right there. So this people who have the Destiny Palace in the Northwest this month, you've got the white tiger here, you've got the assistant star, you've got the death door, don't be scared, and you've got the sky horse, and then you've got Sin and G Earth as the stems. Now remember, I said Fan Yin, right? So Southeast had G on the top and Sin metal at the bottom. Here it's flipped. So that's the Fan Yin aspect. So what do? Instant gratification can lead to reckless decisions. So your mental preparation is important and your physical aspect is also important. So we need to, this month, those who have Northwest as their Destiny Palace, they need to learn when to ebb and when to flow. So imagine if you're going at 500 miles an hour all the time, what is going to happen? You're going to run out of fuel, and then you're going to have a breakdown, and then you can actually be stranded on the street if you are in a Ferrari, right? So you have to be willing to understand that if you're going to go at that speed, what are the dangers of rushing, especially if you do not have the skill set in a particular arena that you're trying to rush through. So it's very important for you to understand that true mastery in a project or in an aspect of your life is controlling the speed and knowing when to accelerate and when to pause and when to slow down. So with Tiger, that aggressive energy and a volatile environment, it can be a little bit tricky and dangerous at the same time. So obstacles should be seen as chances to learn and pause so that you can strategize and come out of this volatile month more prepared and stronger. So success is not about speed, but about surviving, thriving, and arriving stronger. So it's important for those who work with White Tiger this month to manifest their abundance with Northwest as their Destiny Palace. You can say the command, White Tiger, I command you to unleash my power and strengthen my resilience to overcome any challenges that may come my way. So it is important for you to slow down a little bit and be cautious, because balancing your speed with your control, mental and physical control, is very important in this month. So don't have disastrous outcome just because you don't know when to pause, when to ebb, and when to slow down. So that was for Northwest. Moving on to the North sector. If your Destiny Palace is in the North, you have 6 Harmony as your deity. You've got the Hero Star and the Fear Door, and you've got Bing and Ding as your stems. So what are we working with here? 6 Harmony, to create miracles. 6 Harmony can be about collaboration, about people, about resourcefulness. It can also be about healing. It can be about relationship-driven aspects. So facing public or public speaking, it can evoke excitement or fear. So public speaking is one of the biggest fears people have, that they can't talk publicly, and it is even worse than dying for some people. So expecting increased involvement with others, whether it's at personal level or professional level, you can actually tap into that aspect and then work towards your advantage. Now, how can you handle situations that determine success? You have to be visible. You have to show up. You have to be the hero in a situation. whether that is a personal situation or a professional relationship situation, you have to work with six harmony to create abundance this time. Don't be scared. Communication skills are there to enhance your ability to work with others. So take this month as your key springboard where you can launch yourself and be in control using your communication skills. Now, taking control through communication or connecting with others through your power of communication, you will be able to gain confidence and enjoy the spotlight that can create a valuable opportunity for you guys. Okay. So if you are going to create a manifestation command, here is a suggestion that six harmony, I command you to connect me with the right people to form relationships that lead to growth and success. Now, all these commands that I'm sharing, you can actually customize them to yourself so that you add your own verbiage and energy into it. So you have to, there's a formula with all these deities that you can actually make your own command for manifestation. So these are examples. Feel free to use them as they are, or you can adjust certain words that are then tied to your current situation for this month that you're trying to create your abundance. Sounds good? All right. Let's go on. Moving to the next sector, which is the Northeast. So in the Northeast, we've got the great moon, we've got the heavenly grain star, we've got Gui and Yi as the stems, and we've got the envoy door, the open door. So those who have their destiny palace in the Northeast, the great moon has to do with intelligence, knowledge, and secrets. I know, Armin, you've got Northeast as your destiny palace, right? So very good. And then it's also about your hidden talents, something that you can't see, right? So the key points for those will be life's unpredictability is like opening a blind box. How many of you know about the trend these days that you get a surprise box or a surprise gift, but you don't know what's in there? And you may like it, you may not like it, or maybe half of it is good and half of it is bad. Isn't that what life is? It's the yin and yang cycle of life. If there is good, there is a little bit of bad there. If there is bad, there is a little bit of good there. If it is light, there is a little bit of darkness there. If darkness, there is a little bit of light. So that's what life is, or about blind boxes are. So progress brings more resources, but it also brings more challenges. And Armin, you and I, before William hopped on the call today, we were talking about this, that we are okay waiting for the big results to come.
Yes.
Right? So we were talking about that, yes, we don't want small results. We want big results. We want big success. We want, and we are okay as a team to wait, right? To wait. But that also means that we don't sit idle and not do anything. That means that if our goals or our expectation of results on our investments or hard work is way higher and the journey is longer, that means we also have to work harder and for a longer period of time.
Because
so that we can.
Yes, sure. Because with the help of the metaphysical knowledge and tools, now you live somehow more conscious. You know how to plan correctly. You know how to do your, how to plan, how to strategize, and all these tools, this knowledge will definitely help every one of us to succeed and achieve our goals more smoothly and more consciously. Because sometimes when you set your goals, you set upon the impact of environment, the impact of your society. And sometimes when you get that goals, you can get disappointed because in reality you didn't want that goal. You get it, but you're not satisfied. But with the help of metaphysics, and set the goals that you really want, that are aligned with your inner desires, and that you really want, the real desires. So that's why, yes.
We also understand the difference between unconscious creation and conscious creation. So with Chinese metaphysics, we can consciously co-create with the universe that is there to support us and tap into that manifestation energies so that we can consciously be aware what are we trying to attract and create with the universal energies and the energies of the environment. And sometimes you have people in your environment that are your biggest hurdles because you're constantly fighting with them and depleting your energy to keep them. You hope that they will be in alignment with you, but it's a total misalignment and wastage of your energies. So you have to decide, are you going to change yourself, or you're going to change the environment, or you're going to do both? So sometimes you're supposed to do both. You're supposed to change yourself and you're supposed to change the environment, and you don't take the action in the right time. So what happens? The cycle repeats. The cycle repeats. And the next time it comes, it gives you more pain because the universe is trying to wake you up, help you grow, because growth demands rapid learning and adaptation and proactive problem solving. So if we are depressed and we don't know what we should be doing, like we know what you should be doing, but we're not doing it, right? So we are stuck somewhere. That's where the manifestation, meditation, mantras, mudras, all of this aspect can come in. Energy healing can come in. Your own conscious awareness can come in. QiMen comes in. Bazi comes in. Feng Shui comes in. Because if your internal environment is not strong enough, then your external environment will have deeper impact on it, right? That's what William shared. For people in the West, you need to be careful. Now, if you have an internal environment that is healthy and strong and intact, and you're very grounded, you can then influence the external environment. Make sense? So you have to have the power. So for those in the Northeast, success involves managing difficulties as a part of your journey. Exactly like what we were all sharing and talking before we started the live stream, and embracing the challenges as opportunities to sharpen your skills and resilience is the message for the people in the Northeast as their destiny palace. So if you want to make a manifestation command to tap into your hidden talents, because they're still hidden, maybe you even don't know them, right? You are probably wise, but you could take a few notches forward. You can command, great moon, I command you to illuminate my mind with clarity and help me master the skills I need to achieve my goals this year or this month. Okay, so that is for the Northeast. Moving forward in the East sector. So if your destiny palace is in the East sector, you've got the surging snake to work with. You've got the pillar as the heavenly star. You've got rest door here, and you've got Wu and Ren as the stems here. So what are we going to do this month with people who've got destiny palace in the East? You're going to work with surging snake to sharpen your insights. You can uncover some hidden opportunities that maybe are in front of you, but you don't see them. So you can work with surging snake to make that command. But this month's energy may feel like restrictive and may feel like that you want to move forward, but you cannot. You're stuck. That's what it might feel like to you. So you have to practice silence. You have to practice resilience and stillness. Have you ever been calm in a chaos? If you have not, try it. This is your time to do that. So please don't self-sabotage yourself by taking action. You need to really be still and let things happen in your environment, because if you start talking about your projects, if you start talking about prematured projects to other people, they may fall, and you might end up self-sabotaging your projects before they even they're half-baked. Okay, so you have to wait for the right moment and then act decisively and move forward with your projects. So the analogy that I can give you is that, if you know how fishermen work, when they cannot go into the ocean to fish, right, or to do their work, what do? They wait patiently by the seashore, quiet lake, or the ocean, and they might have to sit for hours so the environment can settle down. The ocean is okay for them to go into and go fish, right? So that doesn't mean if they are waiting, they're not doing anything. They might be mending their nets, they might be fixing their boats, they might be fixing their tools, so that when they're ready to go back into the ocean, they will grab the bigger fish. So that's what you have to understand, that when the tides are high, when the environment is so volatile, when your workplace is like messy, what do? You don't run away. You don't try to do anything. If your destiny palace in the east, you need to be patient and mend your nets and tools. Be the fisherman who's going to wait for the tide to settle down, and then you're going to shine and you're going to be the person who's going to rescue everybody. Okay, so you need patience and discipline this month. The energy and the message emphasizes the importance of waiting quietly and building your inner resilience. Your projects that you're working on, build on them, because prematurely rushing to reveal what you're working on may not work. So be patient. It's very important. So then act when you're ready. So if you are enjoying today's session, please like the live stream, the video. Please ask questions. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to share. If you have any,
subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes.
Yes, please subscribe to the channel and share it with your loved ones. I'm going to pass the mic to William because he wants to talk about the Feng Shui energy of the month. And here is William. This is back to you, William. Thank you.
Gagan, could you go back to the QiMen slides on the East sector? I just want to add a little more thing on the East sector. Okay, I think Gagan has make it very clear that this sector, or the destiny chart with this in the East, you have to be calm, to do whatever things you do. Okay, you will see this thing called Wu. You see the Wu, and there's a Wu Xing. Wu means this is a six crescent punishment. In technically, it's called six crescent punishment. It means it's something you do that you punish yourself unintentionally. So that's to say that whatever thing you do, you better think twice, think hard before you act on it. If not, you will create a punishment to yourself. That means you punish yourself on certain thing that you do. So you have to be very careful on this particular month or whatever thing you do. This six crescent punishment is quite serious. Okay.
Thank you. This was good, and especially with the rest door. Don't make hasty decisions related to family at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh.
Whether it's related to your spouse and you're thinking of divorce, or you're thinking of like doing whatever, right? Or it involves kids or your parents, family related, and it can be extended family too. Just be patient. It's just 1 month, just few days. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Be patient. Key point is be patient. Okay, let me go on to the Feng Shui part. I have only 2 slides, very straightforward. Okay, it won't take too long. I just want to share about this monthly Feng Shui energy, which I think is a little bit different from QiMen. Okay, in QiMen, what we talk about is all the direction we are talking about backing. When we do manifestation, that Gagan is saying, let's say in terms of the southeast, we have a chief. So you will back southeast and then command the chief with the commands that Gagan shared with you guys. Right? So in QiMen is backing the direction, regardless what sector. But in Feng Shui is the sector, the location, not the backing. So it's slightly different. So you have to change channel, or no longer backing. We are in the particular sector. So Feng Shui is about sector. Okay, right. So now, in the month of May, the snake month, okay, as Gagan mentioned, the snakes is in the southeast, right? To be exact, is southeast 3. Okay, it's just to be exact, southeast 3. Because we have subdivided each sector into another 3 sectors. Okay, so we have southeast 1, southeast 2, and southeast 3. So southeast 3, we have a snake. That's why it's called a grand duke. When the opposite direction is northwest 3, is the month breaker. Coincidentally, this year is also a snake year, right? So when this year is snake year, that's to say that the year Grand Duke is also snake. And the year breaker is also in northwest 3. So this is still the same. Southeast 3 is the year and the month Grand Duke. Northwest 3 is the year and the month breaker. What do you mean by breaker? Means it's clashing against the Grand Duke. So whenever talking about crashing the Grand Duke, it means that something abrupt may happen. So all these are the 2 sectors you need to be very careful. On top of that, there are other sectors you also need to be careful. You see, in the month of May, there's this called 5 yellow, okay? 5 yellow. And we have this thing called tree killing. So 5 yellow is about calamities. So just have to be careful. And 3 killings is about more to like injuries and something like that. Okay. So the key thing is that, remember, is a sector. Okay. So there's a sector, they'll say in the sector of east and the sector of southwest, try not to do any renovation or moving heavy object. Renovation means don't do the ground breaking, don't do the knocking in this sector. Again, I repeat, sector is not the backing, it's a sector. So you have to divide your house into the 9 grid. And you can know that actually in this sector of southwest in your house and the east of your house, in this month of May, try not to do any knocking, ground breaking, moving heavy object. And you may ask me, how do you classify heavy object? How heavy is heavy? I would say is heavy enough. Let's say you need a 2 person to carry the things, is considered heavy. Yeah. 1 person is fine. Moving a chair is okay. All right. Sometimes you move a chair. If you have a chair in the east or the southwest, by moving a chair is fine. But of course, you don't drop the chair, then create a big loud bang. And that is another activation you talk about, right? So these are the 2 sectors in the month of May. However, again, we will talk about years. In the year, we have this northeast is 5 yellow. Northeast is 5 yellow. The 3 killing still in the east for year, right? So this is extra sector, though I didn't put any indication. This is the yearly 5 yellow in the northeast. So they will say that for the whole year of in the northeast, do not do any knocking renovation, right? For this part, it's only this month. So for this month, not to do anything. Okay. Next month, no problem. No more 5 yellow, right? For this month, or even this year, the east have 3 killings. So try not to do any renovation as well. Then you might say, what if I'm going to sit in the sector? What if my office is in the east, my working desk is in the east, or my working desk is in the southwest? Is it okay? It's fine. As it's working is fine, but as long there's no renovation, no knocking, that's what I mentioned. I have repeated this thing many times, right? No knocking, no renovation, no ground breaking, no moving heavy object in these sectors, including the month breaker and the Grand Duke sector. But again, these 2 sectors is a very small portion because it's divided in 3 sectors. Southeast 1 and Southeast 2 is fine. Northeast 1 and Northwest 1 and Northwest 2 is fine also. But sometimes it's very difficult to separate into 3 sectors in your house. You don't even know exactly where it lies on. So then it's best not to do anything as well, right? So this is the month energy based on this energy. Next, we are talking about the flying star, right? So there's a flying star every month in this sector as well. At one glance, I'll just mention on those very good sectors, right? This is a very good sector in the West. In the center of the house, also not bad. Okay, why West is good? You can see this on the left-hand top corner is called the month flying star. On the right-hand side is called the year flying star. So I can see it's stated here, year and month, right? So on the left top corner is the month. On the right top corner is the year. So on this part, this month we have energy star 1. In the year, we have energy star 4. And this is a very good combination, 1 and 4. 1 represents nobleman, or maybe attracting nobleman. Right? 4 is talk about peach blossom, relationship, or even knowledge, education. So if we combine these two together, we are getting nobleman, we are getting knowledge, we are getting peach blossom. So it's a very good sector to work in the West for this year, exactly for this month as well. So if you have a work desk in the West sector, great. You will get a lot of good energies in the West. Right. Likewise, in the center of the house is also not bad. There's an 8 and 2. 8 is usually we talk about wealth star. It's a wealth star, right? And 2 is another wealth star also, but though it carry a little bit of so-called illness star within it. But the year is now in the period 9. We're talking about period 9. So in the period 9, star 2 is going to become very strong and positive. So the positive energy is stronger than the illness energy. So, and there's a combination. You see, 8 plus 2 is 10. It's a combination of 10. When the combination of 10 is also create very good so-called opportunities. So the center of the house is also a very good sector, right? This sector, though, is as a 2 and as a 5. So be careful for this sector. Try not, if you can, try not to work in this area. Likewise, this sector is also not very positive. Not very positive. So all in all, this is a very good sector, I would say, in the center of the house or the west of the house. Okay? Right. The rest, yes, 50-50. Right? So I've ended my part on the feng shui. I'll pass back to Gagan.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to slightly move my desks to the west sector because I'm in the southwest. So I was talking to my team yesterday, doing an in-house meeting, and I was saying, I think I need to, like, before we even talked about this, I think I need to rearrange some of the furniture and move something, So here's the confirmation from you that I should be sitting more in the west sector for this month rather than in the southwest. So that's amazing. I do appreciate the information. I hope the audience will enjoy what we have shared today using QiMen and using Feng Shui for the energies of the month for May 2025. How do you stay calm? How do you create success? How you consciously create success? How do you prepare and plan? Preparation will beat any planning because planning could be, you are expecting a certain results and the volatile month is flipping the energies for you guys, so we all can do better. And I would love for everybody who's watching us live or will be watching the video to come hang out with us, subscribe to our Telegram channel, our YouTube channel, and be a part of our tribe and community. And if you need personalized consultation with us to boost your productivity, to achieve your goals, and schedule a consultation, then we will work with you guys to maximize your potential and co-create miraculous transformations based on your results and needs. So until next time, this is Gagan Sarkaria signing off. Thank you, William. Thank you, Arman, for being here and enjoying the session today. Until next time, we say goodbye. Have a productive week